So what was the last session we covered? Anyone please tell me?
Catalog item, sir.
Okay, catalog items, right. And what are the points we covered as part of catalog items?
We created a service portal, sir.
We created a service portal. No, we didn't create a service portal. We created a
One
catalog.
application we created, sir.
Created a catalog item.
Yeah,
Catalog
one
item.
application,
Right. Okay. So we created a
one
catalog.
group has been created.
Yeah, we created a catalog item for some group management. So maintain items. Go here, and this is the first one which we just started creating. Yeah, and also we need something else. We can open that also. So here we have something called try it. Okay, in a catalog item, we have something called try it. The try it will load the form, end user form. This is one way you can open it. Okay, or you can go to the catalogs and then go to the category and then select it. Okay, both are same. We developers use this way because we will be developing something and then and there we need to test something, right? So because of that we will be using this kind of thing. Okay, try it we will use, and also this is the page where we need to develop it, right? So what we created yesterday is we thought we need to create a form, a service, okay, catalog form that to manage a service. So what service we are talking about here? What service we are talking about here?
Creating a new group.
Yeah, it's not only creating a new group but group administration.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so see here, this is the group, right? This is the group, and the type is this one. Okay, so just say we started saying it is for all. Okay, right now this form is works for only create a group, right? So we need also, like, now this is only for creation of a group request form, but we don't have update one, we don't have retire one. Okay, let's say I want to use this same form, but I want to raise a request for updating the existing group. Okay, so how I can do? Before this group I can also keep one more yeah, one more field, a select box kind of field, or a label. Okay, maybe I'll take same select box. Select box is a choice. Okay, then I'll create a field called request type. Request type with the three options. Say why I am creating, maybe you will all understand in a minute of time. Okay, so because this form is not for only one purpose, this form is for multiple purposes. Okay, so I'll just say request type and then I'll just save it. It asks us to create the choices. Okay, just create three choices. Create. Okay, and then next one is maybe update. Okay, and then retire. Third one is retire. Okay, so three are created, right? And now this is a history. I'm using history to go to my catalog one, because the navigations are not comfortable, so it will take to some other page. Okay, so what I did is I just created one variable, okay, with the three options, and the form looks like now. Okay, see here, the user will come and select what type of request it is. So create, if it is create, then all the options that we are keeping here, like creating a new group, it's not there. Okay, group manager, type, description, all needs to be filled by user. Okay, let's say if it is update or if it is retire. Okay, in this case, let's say I say update. In the update category scenario, we should not give these options, right? You agree? If we give new create option, this is not meaningful, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you are updating or when you are deleting or means retire, you have to give the existing groups. Okay, so for that what I need to do is I need to, when it is create, show them. Okay, when it is update or retire, hide this list and show the group name. If it is update, then I have to show the group name which I want to update. Makes sense, na? Everyone? Yes or no? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat also?
Sorry, ma. Repeat, huh?
Answer.
Okay, I think I will create it, ma. Okay, I will create few fields and then I will explain you. Okay, give me 1 second. Once I create everything, then I will explain one more time. We will build some logics also. That time it would be more clear. So give me just 2 minutes. Okay. So this is mandatory field required. So now going back. So when it is update, so group name. I am taking reference field. Once I create this one, I will explain. Okay, the question one more time. I will explain. So I am taking the group table as a reference, and also I can apply a reference qualifier in order to get only active, because for inactive groups we don't need to update or we don't need to retire it. Retire means inactiveness. We can't inactive a retire group already, so no need to select. So here, come. Where is this? Yeah. So now this is what I now I can explain you here. So 1 second. So just see. I need to arrange it. Arrange it. Dun. Yeah. So now from. Okay. So see, first I will come here. I will say create. So if it is create, for creating a group, we need these details: group name, group manager, group type, group description, and people to the group, right? So for creation, these fields we need to keep it in the form, right? First point.
Yes, sir.
So let's say the user is raising a request for retiring or updating. Okay, he is raising a request for updating a group. So when he say update, na, do we need to keep this list of things? No, we need to give him this one, which group he wants to update. So he will select a group. So I want to update this one. So that time we will remove all of this and then we will keep only this one, the group that you want to update. So select group. Maybe you can keep this manager, okay, these values also, maybe if he wants to update, but we need to get these values also, right? Even for retire also, if I want to retire, which group I want to retire, this group I want to retire, that time create group field is not required. Agree, na? Yes, now is that clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everyone, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now tell me what we need to do. Now we need to create a UA policy, right? Why we need to create UA policy? To make a logic stating that if it is create, show this field. If it is not create, okay, hide this field, show this field. So two UA policies are required, or maybe one catalog client script also fine. Okay, when this one is changed, then just show or hide this two. Okay, either way it is fine. So let's write a catalog script. So you can write a UA policy also, but if you want to write UA policy, you need to write two UA policies, because we have two fields, na? Right, with two different conditions. You agree, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, you are getting me right?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a question, sir. If we are writing both UI policy and client script, which one will run first, sir? Will that be a thing like?
It is very important question. You just tell me, which one will run first?
I think UI policy should run first.
Okay, so if it is UA policy runs on which event?
Uh, I mean, I did not get your question, sir.
So UA policy will run on which event?
On change.
On change. On change of what?
On change of that request type.
UA policy. So in UA policy page, there is a field called onload. What is the meaning of onload?
While loading itself, we can write a UI policy.
While loading, the UA policy will run.
Okay, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
if
It will run. But in our case, we need to allow the user to check, right, sir? Whether it is a update or request or whatever it is.
right.
So, so on change only we can write a UI policy. On load we can't write, no, sir.
Okay, so first, okay, we will just cover this question one more time. Just we will see the question. Okay, see,
Okay, sir.
user will come and say create. If
Right.
he is saying create, he want to see this one and he want to hide this one.
Okay.
So using UA policy, how we do? We will say if type equal to create,
Yeah.
show,
Yes.
hide.
True. Right,
Two
sir.
UA policy actions.
Right.
So that is one UA action.
Right, sir.
Then second UA action is if request to type equal to retire or
Return.
update,
Okay.
then
Show this
reverses.
one.
So this is second UA policy.
Right, sir.
You are creating two UA policies
Okay.
and four UA policy actions.
Okay.
Instead of that, write a on change client script. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
condition, do these two activities, else condition, do the reverse activities.
Okay.
While one script would be fine, right?
Right, sir.
Right now, everyone agree? You are getting marks, Sushma Garu? Is that justified?
Yes, sir. But yeah, in this case it is okay, sir. But what I wanted to ask is, if some we have two different scenarios. Like we have to write one UI policy and one client script also.
Uh,
If some scenario, I am not getting any scenario
okay,
right
okay,
now.
fine.
Then which one will run first? That's what I wanted to ask.
So that is actually an interview question, and we discussed it. You just tell me, like UA policy will UA policy works or will client script works? Anyone can tell.
That I thought UI policy will run faster,
Okay, so
but I
why
am not.
UA policy will run first? If it is a on change client script, will the change on change client script will run or UA policy will run? If it
UI
is,
policy will run faster if it is an on chain. But if it is an on load, then on load will run, then UI policy.
it's the question is dynamic. The answer is dynamic. It
Okay, sir.
depends on the type of catalog item that you select.
Okay, sir.
Right now, so if
So
it
there
is,
will be no criteria like this should run first and this should. It depends upon the.
it depends on the client script type,
Okay, sir.
right? So
Right, sir.
maybe simple thing is just to create one UA policy
Hmm.
and also just create one catalog item. In
Okay,
both
sir.
cases, okay, just
Okay.
keep one alert,
Okay, sir.
and then you can see which alert is coming. Alert from UA policy, alert from client script.
Okay, sir.
First two times. So then next time change the type of the catalog item and then again execute.
Okay, sir.
So four times, maybe three times we can execute the test and we will see the exact results. Which one is running first, which one is running next.
Okay, sir. Okay, sure, sir. I'll
Right?
test.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
That is very, very good question, man. Very, very important question also.
Okay, sir.
Super. Okay. So, yeah, let me write a client script. Okay. So I am writing a client script here, new. Okay. And group type. Okay. So group type, group type, group type, group type. Okay, and you can just take these options. Okay, but here this is the type of catalog client script. So there we have four types. Okay, in general table level we will be having 4 types of client script, but here we have only 3 types. On cell edit client script will not be there. Okay, here because you are controlling everything in a form, there is no list here. So in form we have only 3 client script types. So we can select either one of that, but our requirement is on change client script. Whenever I am changing this type, okay, maybe I could keep one more option here, maybe, okay, none, because create is already there, so it is difficult to control it on change when you say on change client script. Okay, so now we are here. This is on change client script, this is form we want it. Okay, so now see, I'm here now, so refresh, none came. Okay, so on change of which field it is, request type. Okay, request underscore type. If request underscore type changes, then same functions we will be having here also. Okay, so just can someone able to tell me the code? Anyone can able to tell the code for this particular scenario? Anyone? Yes, no? Okay, so this is what we wanted now. This is fine. Go back, so update under type sales conditions. So now the second part is okay, so group underscore name and select underscore group underscore name. So if it is create, okay, g form. So if it is create, what we need to do, we need to show group name. Okay, it's already there, so don't touch it. Select group, hide, select underscore group, hide it, g form set. And the field name you can just tell it, get it here. Okay, group underscore name, so just type same thing here. Okay, so if this is the one, then if it is the other one, it should be true. Okay, this is first thing. Now else condition. Okay, else condition, if it is true, then the other one should be false. So if it is create, okay, select group, right, select group. Just correct me ma, in case if I am confusing or writing wrong. So select group, right, select group should be wrong. Okay, before that we need to do one more thing, because it's a mandatory field, we need to set non-mandatory. Better we will remove from dictionary. Because if it is a mandatory field, you can't hide it. Okay, so here we are fine, else case is fine. Okay, 2 negative 1 positive. Okay, and here it is only 1 negative, that means 2 positive we need to show. So these two should be there, true. and even you can keep this one as
Sir, for group name it is mandatory, sir, not select group.
Group. If it is group name is this one, ma.
Yes, sir. We made a group name only, no, sir, mandatory.
So if it is create time, select group is true. Oh,
Group name true.
group name true.
Yes, sir.
Give me 1 second. So if it is create, okay, if it is create, we should show select group. No, this should be hidden, right?
Right, sir.
Select group should not be shown. So select group is where? Here. Okay. So false. So I written wrong, right?
Oh,
Reverse side.
no, sir. No, sir. Select group. Set mandatory you are changing, sir. Group name, we should change the field name, sir. Group name true for set mandatory. If it is create.
One
Yes.
second, even I am completely confused. 1 second.
Okay, sir.
So if it is create, I want to see this one and mandatory two, and I don't want to see this one. So set
Right.
group is false. So
Yes.
select group is false.
Right.
Oh, so this is false. Group name is true. Right now?
Right, sir. Mandatory also you need to change, sir. Set mandatory for group name.
This is true. Right now?
Right, sir.
So now if we say the same thing, there it would be reverse. Right. Okay. Let's test it. Okay. So first create group. I'll just say create. I need to do something here. When we are controlling the attributes like mandatory, we should not set it from dictionary level because dictionary will override it. So here we'll remove it. Okay. So now, okay, everything is fine. Now create. Okay, when it is create is showing select group is set visible false. Set mandatory false and maybe visible disable visible. I think it's not displayed, it's display.
Yes, sir. It's display, sir. Disable, not disabled.
I written wrong. This is the reason it is not working. Okay, so it should work now. Let's see. Okay, so create. If it is create, it will ask you to enter this one, this one, this one, and all. This is fine. Okay, and if it is update or retire, it will show to select something. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so this is what we wanted. Now if I want to retire a group, maybe I will just select the group that I want to retire. Okay, and then I should also get the respective managers, people and all from the group. That is also secondary thing. Okay, let it be. So for now, this is what the form level configurations we can do. Right, this is somewhat pretty much good. Mohir, now it is clear now. What you are saying is this is the question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we'll jump to the next part. So the next part would be we went to right. So catalog client scripts, we can write multiple client scripts. We can also develop UI policies. Okay, available for, not available for, I will just cover later. These two also they're done. Okay, main thing is we need to do something with respect to workflow. Workflow is a very important concept here. Okay, so What is workflow? See, I'm just selecting a ticket. Okay, so here uh, okay, so let's define the flow here. The flow in something like this. Is the flow is very important. Try to understand it. Okay, so flow. Okay, so once the ticket is submitted, okay, when a ticket is submitted, okay, let's say someone raised a group. Okay, so first to check is, right, we need to check if manager of the group raised a request. Okay, let's say I am a manager, so let's go to group. Why I am covering it, this is something important. Okay, so see here, right, so manager. Okay, let's say I am this person. Okay, now I am coming to this, I opened my form. Okay, and I raised a request, right? So I will raise a request says, okay, update, and then my manager name here it will come. When it is update, select group is fine. Then why group name is showing something wrong?
We have not disabled that, sir. Only select group and group name. We are saying.
Okay, 1 second. So if it is create, fine. If it is update, then what we are doing, set display group name false. Okay, mandatory false. Okay, let's say this one here. And then select group true, display true. This is right on, Nama. So maybe because of mandatory didn't do, but now it is fine, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's test it. So if it is create, okay, create group request, fine. If it is retire or update, select group, okay, remaining are fine. If it is update, yeah, this is fine. Okay, the mandatory one need to run first, then this one. So say I am the manager of one of the group. Okay, I either, okay, now I am using, so the user is, the manager is opening this form from his catalog items. Okay, he opened it and he asked to create a new group. Okay, so create group name is Azure support or something. Okay, Azure support group. Okay, and the manager, he only manager, the person who is rising himself is a manager. Okay, so he is the manager for that group that we are going to create or update or delete, whatever we want to do. Okay, so he is the manager and he is raising a request, right? This is clear, ma? This point is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So if the manager of the group is raising the request, okay, approvals, there is a process here called approvals. Okay, skip the approval means auto approved. Ticket should be auto approved. So there should not be any approvals. Okay, if someone some other people raised, so apart, so this is, okay, this is the first case. Okay, if someone raised, so I raised it and I am not the manager of the group, I kept some other people as a manager, then it should trigger, okay, it should trigger an approval process to manager. So the manager which we are selecting there in the form, he should get a notification or an approval request says someone submitted a request, okay, keeping you as a manager and you will be the group manager. So you want to approve or you want to not approve. So this is the first step we will be defining in the flow. Is this clear, everyone? This point is clear, everyone? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Others?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So now, like this, we will be doing so many things. So once it is approved, successfully approved, okay, it should create a task. Okay. So create a task to ServiceNow platform team. Okay. To create a group, create or update or data a group. Okay, this is what it will be done. So once the ticket is created, it needs to go to one process, that is approval process. Okay, and once he approved or rejected, then it will go to the next process. That means a task will be created, ticket will be created to platform support team, ServiceNow platform support team, and then they will go to the group. They will close it or create it or retire it, whatever it is they will do, and then they will close that. Then once this task is closed, automatically the request also will be closed. So this is a simple flow. Okay, one approval, okay, and one task. This is clear, ma? We will start with this one and we will see so many things. Okay, but we are just starting with this one. This is clear, right? Yes, no? This flow is clear, Nama, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any questions in the flow? No. Okay. So, yeah. So, let's start creating it. Okay, see. Okay, so let's start creating. So, what does I mean is, so see here, I am submitting a request. I will come here, I will submit a request. Something like this. Okay. So, when we submit a request from catalog item side, okay, so there would be some process. So see, I'm just ordering. Okay, it creates few tickets. This is first important, very important point now. Okay, when we see catalogs, service catalogs, whenever the service catalog ticket is created, okay, it creates 3 records, primarily 2 records. Okay, the third record is kind of it's a kind of requirement. Okay, but these two are mandatory. For every record it will create. So what it will create is, whenever you create a ticket using a service catalog, okay, first thing is it will create a request. Okay, so request number, REQ, we call it as REQ. Okay, the request is the primary parent, for all it is parent. Okay, it is creating under SC underscore request table. This is first important thing. Okay, then once you see the request, it is a kind of skeleton. Nothing will be there in the request. Okay, maybe the price and all will be there, but not much details will be there. This is the request, that's it. Okay, now if you dig into the request, will be having RITMs, requested items. This is the second thing, the requested item. So this request have one requested item. Okay, so this is where your request is belonging to. This is actually the main one. Okay, so here just say what is this requested item, so just get it. Okay, second part is requested item. These are very important. Okay, first time we are seeing, so it's a little new, but they are very simple, nothing, don't scare. Okay, this is the table, right? This is clear, so far clear? So far clear, ma? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So after RATM, okay, this RATM is the main flow. RATM will tell us the main flow, actual flow. Okay, so in RATM we will be having the details of the request. Also we will be having fulfillment tasks. Okay, there is something called, okay, fulfillment process, request process. Okay, as part of ITSM. Okay, this is where It's okay, it's simple. If you want to see fulfillment process, now it looks very technical term, but nothing. How you get your work in real time, you will be getting your work. How you will get it? You will be getting work in the form of task. Okay, you will get in the form of task. What is a task? A task is nothing but some work to your queue. A task will be assigned to your queue. Then your team member, any one of your team will take the task and then fulfill the task. Okay, the word fulfillment is like whatever the request came, we do that request. We fulfill the request. Okay, as part of ITSM, request management is one of the item. Incident management, change management, problem management, knowledge management, like that. We also have something called request management. Under request management, these things will come. Okay, so as part of fulfillment process, okay, now who will create that particular group? So who will create or who will retire or who will update the group? Some people, some team will be there. Okay, if it is Azure ticket, Azure group. If it is okay, development ticket, development group. If it is ServiceNow platform support team, means if it is ServiceNow group, it will go to ServiceNow people. But for this request, we will create a task and we will assign the task to some group, right? So here we get as task assigned to group. Okay, so here the task is okay here. Actually, this is, we didn't define anything. This is by default it came. So here one task created to this group of people, other task is created to this group of people. So what, as per this one, it is generating two tasks. So two people will get tickets. Okay, once they completed, then it will go, it will close. Okay, but for our requirement, we need only one task. So we have not started our flow. Okay, I'm just showing these things. Okay, and the task will go on store in sc underscore task table. Okay, it will see here, this is out of the box, so it says sc task, but in general it is simple task also, task 000. Okay, both ways it will be there. Okay, it depends on how they changed the number maintenance. Okay, so just a task, sc task or task, both are similar. Okay, it doesn't matter, but this is actually the work to the teams. Okay, so end users are a group of people. Okay, we work on these tasks or incidents. This is our work assignment. I think I did one YouTube video recently, right? So there also I mentioned one line like work will be assigned to us using an incident or a task. Okay, if it is a development work, it will be in the form of story. Okay, so someone will assign you all these, you will be working on them. Okay, so keep this point in mind. Okay, okay ma, everyone, is that clear? Till this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, clear. Others, ma, we see you are getting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see here, this is the flow. Now our ticket, once we raise it, it will go for an approval. Once he approved or rejected, then it creates a task. And these two are standard for every catalog item. We don't need to see anything from this way. Only thing is we need to see from this way. Okay, if it is having one task, if it is having multiple tasks, okay, if the task is having some logics, conditions, everything we will define in the workflow. Okay, so this is what our next program is. Okay, so I'll just create one basic workflow now. Okay, for our requirement. So see this one, it will be very new to you, but just see, and the complete description we will see tomorrow. Okay, every activity of the workflow, how it developed, how we designed and all. Okay, so see, where is the catalog item? Here is the catalog item, right? So here there is something called workflow. Okay, so just if you can go from here, say new. Okay, so like this you can go and then hit new, or better is just open workflow editor. Okay, workflow editor, just click this one, it opens automatically in a new form. Okay, please concentrate this one, this is very important, catalogs and workflows. If you at least complete 100% this one, if you are able to answer properly, Okay, few projects will be there, only they want only catalogs. Maybe some people will come up and say I want 300 catalogs to be developed. Okay, for that kind of support project also we can get easily. They don't expect like server side script and all, but at least this will help. Okay, so for our catalog, for our item, I will be creating a catalog item and then I will be assigning here. So execution plan. Okay, we don't need to learn anything about execution plan. Okay, when ServiceNow developed na, maybe very earlier, Aspirin, Berlin, okay, that time workflow concept was not there. It was execution plan, where we need to define everything in a systematic format. It is very tough. Then they will came up with an workflow. Workflow is a very simple one to configure. Okay, so let me write it here. I am just creating a new workflow. Just says new. Okay. Okay, so now what is the okay, so I will say v 1.0 version 1.0, just keep it. Okay, so yeah, right. So here, okay, the most important part in this wizard is the table. Okay, we are creating a workflow for our table. Okay, this table. Okay, so take this one. If it is a service catalog, always the table will be this one. Okay, and here some few questions will come. Okay, but we can see the questions later. Okay, so can you able to create a workflow for okay, what table it is? U underscore automobile service table, custom table, user created table, right? So first question will be like, they will ask, can you able to create a workflow for custom table? Yes, we can create it. Okay, but our question is not this one. So our question is this one. We need to create a workflow for our request table. Okay, so select this one, requested item. If it is a general catalog item, the table for workflow is always requested item. Okay, so just keep it. That's it. Okay, and now we don't need to do anything, just submit it. Okay, once you submit it, this is our workflow. Okay, so just do one time publish. One time publish means saving it. Okay, I just saved it, right? Now check out it. See, publish means it will save and it will lock. You can't do any changes. If you want to do any changes, you have to check out, and then it will allow you to do any changes now. Okay, so check out, publish, they are the first important activities in workflow. Okay, publish or check out. If you want to edit something, it should be check out. If you don't want to edit, okay, if you feel like everything is done, then publish it. Okay, so now we created a workflow. Go to catalog item and then map your workflow here so that you don't forget it. Okay, map your workflow, save it. That's it. From workflow, from catalog item side, you are good. You don't need to do anything now. Okay, then okay, forget about this part. Now workflow. So in workflow, these are all the workflows that is there in the system. You don't need to touch anything, but you need to touch what is core. Under core, you have many items. These items are called as activities. Okay, when we are learning workflow means we are learning activities. Okay, each activity we need to know how to use it, what is the definition, and people will directly ask, tell me about this activity, or people also will ask, okay, what activities you know, please let me know. So either way they will ask. Okay, so we'll just see our requirement. First we will create our requirement. I am not touching all the things, but I will just touch okay our requirement and then we'll finish it. So for approval, there is one activity. This is the activity I need to take, approval user. So let's take it. Okay, one. I am not defining anything, I am just creating it. Okay, submit it. I am not writing anything else. I will first create a skeleton. Okay, manager approval. There are many things we need to do, but I'm just creating a skeleton. Okay, so make sure that these links are proper. Okay, so manager approval. Once the manager is approved, create a task. For task we have something here, tasks. Okay, catalog task, create task, catalog task. It's a catalog task. So when I am dragging it, see I am dragging here. Okay, I am keeping this one dragging. Okay, if I drag here, it will come, and then you have to link it. If you drag in the line will blink as a blue, and automatically it will link. Okay, so now to show I am dragging outside. Okay, so here we are creating a task, na, fulfillment task. Okay, so this one, submit. I am just creating a skeleton, ma. Okay, group management request, even short description also I am creating. I didn't select the group name also. See here I kept outside, na. So this time what I need to do, I need to link it. So if you keep the edge of this arrow, it will give you one thing. So connect it and then end it. Okay, so this is what our requirement. Okay, but before that we also need to check some condition, right? So if the manager is okay, the requested for, or if the manager is itself is the requested, then we need to, no, there is no approval. So for that take a if condition. So just keep if condition here. Okay, so let's write it. If, maybe you can directly get like this, variables, and you can write a script also here. Generally I write script because script is easy than this one, but let's do something to show. This is not the one, right? What is item? Group notification, group modification. What is your catalog item? ServiceNow group. Okay, and then select the variable. Which variable? From this. So if group type equal, no, if group manager. So the manager field is, okay, let's get if we can get something. No, we can't get a, let's see here, is dynamic. No, so this way I can't keep it. I need to write some script. I'll write some script. Okay, so it's a 2-line script, nothing much. Okay, so there is some function here. Okay, we need to use the same structure. Okay, and we can give something. Selected, they are all commented, uncomment, active. So here condition is true, right? So see, what is our condition? If manager is requested for, right? So if you go to RATM is the workflow. You need to get these things right from here. Okay, so there is a field called requested for. Requested for is the guy who created the ticket. Even you can take opened by, right? So if opened by equal to, okay, if opened by equal to, right? So if opened by equal to the group manager, this field, okay, if opened by equal to group manager, then say yes, or else say no. If condition, no, if you will always say yes or no. You got it now, everyone? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, you are getting it right?
But the script automatically generated, sir, in
We are
workflow.
creating, ma'am. We are creating.
Okay.
I
Okay,
just
sir.
unselected. Then I got the script. I uncommented it. Only thing is we need to pass the if condition. That's it. Remaining this one and all, it was there already. Written no, written yes. Only if, na. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. It was like this. Give me 1 second. It was like this, right? And then what I did is I first uncommented, means this one. So it is activated. So only thing is we need to pass the condition here, if condition here. So the condition if we can pass, that's it. We don't need to write anything. So what condition we need to pass here is, okay, this person, if this person is same as this person that you select, then yes. or else no. Right now everyone getting it right? This
Yes, sir.
yeah, others, everyone, you are getting it? Yes, no, please confirm.
Yes, sir.
So see, what I do is I'll just take a variable, okay, where, okay, mgr equal to, okay, how I can read a variable from form. So I will submit a request, right? Once I submit a request, how I read a variable which is being submitted, okay? So this is first important thing here, okay, in the script. Current
Current dot.
dot variables dot variable name group underscore manager. This one, okay. So this one the user will be submitting from form. This value we need it is a current dot variable name, okay. So we are getting this value to manager mgr, okay. Then okay, we also have one more, okay. So that is what, so if mgr equal to, okay, so maybe not required, current dot opened by opened underscore by, okay. So the one which you are submitting there is the same to the whole opened by, then you are saying yes. If it is if it is not same, then if you are saying no, so you are submitting it, okay. So now the if condition, right, maybe you can write something here, manager check, right. So if manager check yes, then what you need to do, you no need for approval. If he's a manager, then you no need. So what you need to do, okay,
Create a task.
yes, okay. If it is no, you need approval. If it is yes, okay, you directly map to create task. So this way, maybe you need to keep it in a right manner so that the visibility of workflow is very important, okay. So this is what our requirement. If manager is same, then create directly a task. If it is not same, then first send him a approval, then create a task after his approval, successful approval. If he reject, then end it. No need to create a task, okay. So if condition is successful, now if condition is done, now second thing is manager approval. So here, okay, are we getting the manager? How we are getting the manager field here? So here approver, no? So here users groups, you can select generally users, okay. So something like a lookup, okay. And if you can also select something like, okay, so let's say I have one person here, I want to get his manager, okay. Then RATM values means current values and hierarchy, okay. So let's something like this, it will get you all the RATM values, okay. Let's see if you have something called variable here. No, we don't have a variable here. So variable values we can't get, but RATM's values we can get. So we don't have choice here. Let's see item. What item will item is telling? Nothing. So these are all RATM values. So if it is like something like I want to get my manager, like opened by, okay. If opened by manager is approver, now you can do like this. So opened by is here, okay. It is something like a dot work and opened by manager. So he will be the approver. Or if you want to directly select a user static, this is very rare case, but we don't select, you can select a user, okay. But in our case we need to, this is dynamic, whoever are submitting and whoever are being selected as manager, okay. Where is the form? 1 second. Yeah. So whoever are selecting as manager here, if I select a manager, okay, this person, okay, then she would be the approver. I need to get based on this value. Again, current dot variables dot group underscore manager, right? So in the workflow, these two cases cannot be done for our requirement. Okay, so I can't do anything. Okay, I need to write a code here. So advanced. Okay, there is a predefined code already. Okay, so just get these two. We are passing, multiple people can be selected. Sometimes two approvers will be there, sometimes three approvers will be there. Okay, so if you have multiple, you can pass answer dot push. It's kind of array thing. Okay, so now I want only one person, no? So just unselect this one. Okay, if you see an array class from checktamasi, this would be easy one. But if you didn't see me, if you didn't see that, then we are defining an array. Array is a collection of characters separated by comma. You are pushing the value to an array. You are taking a dummy array, okay, and then you are pushing some values to this array. You can push multiple values. Finally, they will store like this one. Okay, if I am pushing values, okay, something like Sridhar here, then Sridhar. Then I push one more value. Okay, here quota. So comma quota, comma, okay, some ABC. So like this, okay, XYG. So like this, if you are keep on push, it will store in an array separated by commas. Okay, so now what I am pushing here, ID. So which one I need to push? Current dot variable dot what? Manager name. Okay, so you are pushing the sys ID of this particular person, okay, which you are selecting current dot variable name, okay, to an array, and the array will be the approvers, the answer. The output of this particular code is answer, and what you are passing to the answer, SSID of the manager. SSID of the manager is a user record, so he will be an approver. So this is how. So now we are checking if condition, okay, if it is if the manager is same, okay, then no approval. If it is not manager, then he needs to get an approval and then submit it. So this is our flow. I'm just publishing it. Now test it. This is a simple flow. If you don't understand today also, just ignore it. Okay, I will be going through each activity tomorrow, but I just took one simple flow and I thought of cover it so that you will at least know what is a workflow.
Okay.
Okay, so now see, I normally come here to make sure that this particular one is mapped to the catalog item. If you don't map, then the workflow will not trigger when you request it. Okay, so this is very important. We already mapped it, but I'll just check it one more time. Yeah, it is mapped. Now request it. Okay, so let's take any tab. Maybe I'll just take update. Okay, and one more thing we didn't do. Okay, that is very also important. So we are creating a task, but we didn't select which group the task should go. Na? The task assignment group is blank. Okay, so in our example, it's ServiceNow platform support team. Let's see if we have any group with ServiceNow. Is there any? No. Okay, so maybe I'll take service desk. Let's say service desk people will do group creation. Okay, generally it is ServiceNow platform team, but I don't have that group created in my system, so I'm using this one. Okay, so condition, my approval manager selected, group is created. Okay, fine. There are many things we just missed it. Okay, it's not an actual flow, but at least for now we can say these folks. So I am not the manager of the group. That's fine. Even it is a manual selection, it's fine. Okay, I'm just selecting someone. So the manager is not the requester. Okay, so see the main, just observe a few things here. The flow, I will be running the flow, but this, see this three things. These three things are important now. Okay, so first I'm submitting. It created a request. Yes, just check it. Okay, it's a skeleton where you see in the basic details, and then it created an RATM. Open this RATM. Okay, RATM is the actual workflow. Okay, when you have a workflow attached to the RATM, okay, so you have something called show workflow. Just show workflow, and it will tell you how it pass, how it passed. Okay, it checked if condition worked fine, then it take no because the manager is wrong person, then it took, and then it automatically approved and then created a task. So something is wrong here, so give me 1 second. It should take the manager, okay, who is selected, and let me see. Finished, skipped, result is skipped. Okay, fifth line from bottom, so it didn't process it. Why it skipped? Because the value didn't pass. Why the value didn't pass? Because current dot variables dot variable, current dot variables variable, current dot variables. Give me 1 second. Did I type out here? Current dot variables dot variable, current dot variables. Yeah, it is current dot variables dot variable. S is missing. Let's take this way. This is the best method. Define it separately and then pass it. Current dot variables, current dot variable underscore pool. Two things. Okay, good. Okay, then here I just pass mgr. Okay, so now I am getting the manager. This was missing earlier. Yes, now it should work. So to test it one more time, we don't have any other option, but we have to create a new request. So once the ticket is created, we can't reset the things. Okay, either we need to cancel or that's it. We can't change the approvers, we can't change the group and all. Okay, remember this important point. So what happened? Update. Able tutor is not the logged in user, so it should be no in if condition. Okay, so now see, it should trigger an approval. This is what important here. So show workflow. Okay, so once you created the request, it is started, then the if condition checked. The if condition checked that the manager that you selected is not the one which the RATM opened by. Okay, this guy is not equal to this person. Okay, so there it took no. As it took no, it triggered an approval. To whom it triggered an approval? Okay, triggered an approval for the same manager that we selected there. Okay, so this person needs to approve or reject it. So let's say he approves it. It will create a task. If he reject it, no task will be created, it will be ended. So let's approve it. Okay, we are admin, so we can approve it, but in general he needs to approve it. Okay, so I approved it for testing. Then yeah, it is approved and a task created. So this is the task and it is created to this group. Okay, we didn't have ServiceNow group. Okay, so that's the reason I selected service desk. It's created, and short description also I passed. This is the same. So this group people will see the ticket. Okay, they will work on the ticket. Finally they will create or they will retire or they will do whatever they want to do. They will do everything and they will close the ticket. Someone will from this team will work on it. Maybe if you take same thing, you will get confused. So this guy will work on it and finally he will close it. Okay, so close. Once he close that, then the flow will flow to this one. So I think I didn't show, it was here. Now I closed this, so it will go to this action. Okay, so it is closed. So now if you see, refresh it. Okay, so after I closed it moved to this one, so they ended. the flow is ended. So request is successfully closed. We didn't do so many things we have to do. Okay, we have to close RATM and all, but this is how the request fulfillment process works when you are submitting a request from a catalog item. And this is a basic thing. This is not I touched. I will be covering everything from scratch. Okay, if you don't understand this part, workflow part, just ignore. But if you just understood something, whatever we written, just practice it. Okay, don't leave it. Whatever I did, just to replicate the same thing, because now workflows when we are seeing they looks very easy, but if you don't practice now, when you get a real time, I'm 100% sure you can't even drag an activity to the right, left. This looks that much of hard. Okay, so please at least practice it. These three things you can practice it. If condition, okay, and manager. No need to write a code if you scared. No need to write a code. You can just select a person. Okay, create a task. Just create a task. Okay, ma. So this would be your action for tomorrow. Okay, and also create your own form with some fields. Okay, we will be keeping few more fields here. Okay, we need to discuss few more things like variable set and all. I didn't cover variable set, but we see everything. And next class we will finish the workflow concept. Workflow and catalogs, everything will be covered. Okay, so whatever we covered, please practice it. This is humble request because this is such an important